Right. Is this thing recording? Perfect. Hi everyone. I'm Karthik Mahadevan and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Envision. Envision is a company where we build tools that help people who are blind or a low vision to independently understand the visual world around them. In 2020, we launched a product called Envision Glasses, where they can do all of those things, but now in a hands-free and in an unobtrusive way. There was a feature that we included in these glasses at the time of our launch. It was called a described scene, where with the tap of a finger, they can just take an image of anything that's out there, and the AI will do its best to give it a description of exactly what's out there. This feature has had an amazing evolution ever since it was launched, and that's basically what I'm going to demonstrate to you how that technology has evolved through different stages. Let's start all the way in the beginning. It's the year to 2020, and these glasses are just out, and this is what the describe scene feature on these glasses were capable of doing at that point. I'm going to turn around, take a picture. The AI will do a bit of a processing and should speak out what it sees.
Looks like a whiteboard on a wall.
And that's it, right? It was a very simple one line, a description, a whiteboard on a wall. That's all it was able to do when we launched this back in 2020. And then it sort of started having incremental improvements throughout to 2021, like a year of the pandemic. The improvements were very, very incremental, more in terms of speed and optimization. But then came 2022, where we did replace the underlying model that was in this feature, and then the descriptions started to get a bit more descriptive. This is what this feature was able to do in the year 2022.
Describe scene V2. Looks like a living room with a whiteboard, a potted plant and bookshelf.
And there you go, right? So a bit more descriptive. It was also able to like to get like the plant and the bookshelf in the description, but still limited to a sentence. That was still not a very rich description, but still a significant description. Actually for a blind a user to understand exactly what's going on around them. Then came the year 2023, and that's when the whole AI development around this started going really crazy. And that's a feature that we then improved on in 2023. And then this is what the glasses were capable of doing in the first half of 2023.
Describe scene V3. The image features a whiteboard on a wall, with a potted plant placed next to it. A small table is placed in front of the whiteboard, with a potted tree and a book placed on it. In addition to the potted plant, there is a bookshelf on the right side of the room.
And as you can see, now the descriptions are so much richer. It's able to get the objects, but also the relationship between them in so much more richer detail. And that was a big breakthrough in terms of exactly what it is able to do. There were still some small issues like hallucinations and things like that, but they were very quickly resolved and overcome. And we have now a whole new a version of this feature that is available as of today, and that's the latest that's in the describe scene. And this is what the describe scene feature is able to do as of today. So let me go ahead and take a picture again.
Describe scene V4. The image depicts an indoor scene with a whiteboard on the right wall. To the left of the whiteboard, there's a tall potted plant with variegated leaves. In front of the whiteboard, there is a small stool or table with a stack of books. To the very right, part of a black bookshelf or cabinet is visible with more books and miscellaneous objects on the shelves. The room gives the impression of a working or study area with personal touches.
So as you could see, it's not just able to get so much more like a richness in the detail that's out there. That's amazing. But like the relationship between the stuff, it's that's as good a description as you can have, almost equivalent to what a human would probably offer you. But the awesome aspect of this models are that they're also now interactive, right? So it's not just the rich description that you now get. You can also ask it for more specific questions. So I can ask it something like, What does it say on the whiteboard?
There's text on the whiteboard saying evolution of describe scene. There is a line graph with the x-axis and y-axis drawn, but no specific labels on the axes. The line graph itself starts at the origin and curves steeply upwards.
And it's able to not just read my handwriting, it's also able to go and explain the graph that I do on the whiteboard, which is not very finely drawn. So that's the kind of stuff it is now able to do. I can also ask it another a follow up. I can ask it, what is the plant in the image?
The plant in the image appears to be a Ficus benjamina, commonly known as the weeping fig.
I believe that's the right answer. I can also ask it a follow-up questions. I can ask it, how to take care of a plant like this, or anything that I want to know about this particular environment. And that's what makes this feature now incredibly powerful, if not the most powerful feature in Envision Glasses, because now any kind of environment, any kind of scenery, any kind of image becomes immediately more accessible, not just because we can now get a description of it, but we can also ask specific stuff about it. And all of this evolution has happened in 3 years time, and a big chunk of this evolution, a jump happening in just this year. So that makes me very, very excited about the future, right? If you just extrapolate from here as to how this feature is going to evolve and what else it will be able to do in the months to come, then you start to get very, very excited about the state at which this technology is. We at Envision will always be on the forefront of this and bring you the latest and the greatest. So I want to take a moment to thank all of you out there who have been supporting us from the day one. And I hope we can continue to have your support so we can continue to improve on this amazing, great technology together.